to my herbal tea shop. Tonight you will be doing the tea tasting. Okay. So you'll be tasting 9 teas, but you will also get 1 complimentary tea. That means you'll get an entire cup of tea to begin with. The reason we do this is the first tea you'll be trying is our Gold Tonic tea. It's a ginger lemon tea. I'll show you a little bit inside. So if you didn't know, ginger has a palate cleansing ability. So you'll be able to kind of keep this tea on the side of you throughout the tasting and maybe sip it in between teas to be able to cleanse your palate and get the full experience with each tea. Okay, so I'm going to start you out with your full cup of complimentary tea. Okay, the rest of the teas will be tasting only. Of course, you wouldn't want to drink 10 entire cups of tea anyways. That would be a little too much. So here's the Gold Tonic, and we've had it steeping. Just gonna go ahead and drain it for you. And it's this beautiful yellow color. Again, this is a ginger lemon tea. So I'm also going to add a lemon slice to it for you. Okay, that's how the tea comes. If you don't want it, that's fine. I do recommend it with lemon. Okay. Right. No, I don't know if I would put cream in this one because of the acidity. Just might not taste the best, but lemon slice will do. Now, I wouldn't really add sugar to this as well, considering it is a palate cleanser, but whatever your preference. I'll just give my recommendations and you let me know what works best for you. Okay? So, while you sip on your first tea, try to savor it again for the purpose of cleansing in between teas, but again, whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead and have you just smell test a few teas so we can pick which one you'd like to try first. Usually the first tea you try is really an experience, right? So I want to make sure it's perfect for you. So we have some fall flavors in our collection right now. Of course, that's what I'm going to have you try first. So to begin with, we have our Sweet Autumn Harvest. If you take a look at that, it has some nice chunks of fruit inside. It's really pretty. Okay. It has apple, carrot, hibiscus, cinnamon, pomegranate peel, beet, cardamom, sea buckthorn, pumpkin pieces, and it's naturally caffeine free. All of our teas are caffeine free, so it's perfect for before bed. Oh, this one just smells so good. It smells like maple syrup almost. And you can see all big chunks. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for you to give it a smell and see what you think. I have a feeling this might be the first one you try. But again, don't let me influence you. Okay. And then let's see. Alright. This is probably our favorite, right? One of our favorites. It's the cinnamon bun chai. It's not too far from our normal chai that we have. However, it's just a bit sweeter with that cinnamon bun aspect, but it's really dreamy. So it doesn't have those really beautiful pieces like the autumn, but it smells quite delicious. But I'll go ahead and put a little aside for you. To the side. again, you'll be trying 9 teas, so don't get worried about missing anything. I will make sure that does not happen. Let me see. Okay. Right. Next, we have our Enchanted Orchard. This has apple, hibiscus, rosehip, cucumber, lemon, lime, orange, and tomato. Very interesting. Yeah, it's a bit of a different one. This is a new pack, so I'll go ahead and open it. This one is really quite beautiful. I think you'll be a little bit dazzled by it because the pieces are so large. You can really see the dried fruit. It's a little difficult to get a scoop though, right? Oh, and it smells so fresh. I think oftentimes the fall flavors are quite sweet and less berry-like, but this is a nice berry one if you're a berry-like lover. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you just give them all a little bit of a smell and decide which one you'd like to taste first. Okay. Okay. That's the cinnamon bun chai. Yes, I know. That's a good one. Okay, and then the Enchanted Orchard. I know this one is very interesting. So what are we thinking for your first taste? We can definitely do the cinnamon bun chai. I know. That is definitely a favorite. I'm not surprised. We can start with the cinnamon bun chai, and then what do you think you want for your second? Okay, then we'll go to the Sweet Autumn, and then we'll go to the Enchanted Orchard. Okay, we'll do 3 samples at a time that you can taste. Okay, so we'll do 3 sets of 3 teas, and then we can decide what you'd like to take home. Okay. Okay, I'm going to show you something kind of interesting. These are disposable tea bags for loose leaf tea, and I'm going to show you how to use them tonight. So they're exactly what you think they are. Tea bags. But you just fill them yourself, which is kind of fun as well, because if you'd like, you can take different tea flavors and mix them together, make different concoctions, or if you'd like, you could always just purchase the tea bags and then purchase your own herbs and flowers and dried fruits, and then make your own teas at home. So it's quite fun. But for now, we're just going to be tasting our classic flavors. Okay. So I'll grab that Sweet Autumn Harvest for you to begin with. Oh no, we wanted the cinnamon bun chai. That's right. I wanted you to try the Sweet Autumn Harvest first. You want the cinnamon bun chai. I'm just messing with you. Okay. So then you just fill the bag with the desired amount of tea and close it on up. Okay. And it makes a little tea bag. Right, so this will be your first sample. That's cinnamon bun chai. And again, we're just doing a little at the bottom of the cup to taste. We don't want to fill you up too much. And also keep in mind I'll be taking some notes on what your favorite flavors and hints are. You do get 2 complimentary samples at the end of the tasting session, and then of course we can discuss if you'd like to buy any other samples or buy any full-size teas. Okay, alright. So I'll allow that to steep, and I'll prepare your 2 other samples for right now. Okay. We'll need 2 more tea bags for this. Okay. That'll be good for now. Okay, now I recommend with the cinnamon bun chai a little bit of cream and sugar. I just think it tastes best like that, but what do you think? You'd like that? Okay, so I'll prepare it for you that way. Right. We have the sweet autumn harvest next for you. Okay, perfect. A little bit more. Okay. And lastly, the Enchanted Orchard. And these are all part of our fall collection, so if you do like them, I recommend grabbing them because they won't be available all year round. Okay. Okay. And this lid keeps popping off on me. But I want to keep the tea warm. Okay. Pour like this. Perfect. Alright. I'm just going to go ahead and prepare the cinnamon bun chai how I think it tastes best. And some clumps in the sugar I'm going to get out here. Don't like any clumps. I was thinking of getting the cubed sugar for the shop. I thought that would be cute. I don't know, there's just something about it. We're all about the experience of the tea, you know. I think having your morning or night or even afternoon tea can be such a ritual. Do you like your tea a little sweeter, or we'll keep it like that? Yes, anyways, I like to think of tea as a nice ritual, and when you get something really good quality and beautifully made and delicious, you just feel like a princess. And I think that's important sometimes because, you know, life can be so up and down, and we just need little simple joys like our tea in the morning or night, right? Okay. Okay. Oh, the cinnamon bun chai just looks so good. I'm really curious to see what you think about this one. And you can go ahead and give that one a taste. I'll go ahead and kind of read a little description of it for you while you taste that. So this one has cinnamon, ginger, cardamom, black and white pepper, clove, nutmeg, and star anise. Okay, so that's the cinnamon bun chai. And what do you think of that one? So you like it? It's nice and sweet. Okay, so keep that in mind. And of course, you could always give feedback too. We're always tweaking and trying to make our recipes better. So if you think anything could be different or added, not saying we'll do it, but we will definitely consider it. Okay, so let us know. Okay. All right. So if you'd like, you can go ahead and try the sweet autumn next. Yep. Sweet autumn harvest. I'll go ahead and read the description of it to you again while you take a sip so you can kind of think of those flavors melting on your tongue, right? And in here, again, there's apple, carrot, hibiscus, cinnamon, pomegranate, beet, cardamom, sea buckthorn, pumpkin pieces, and some natural flavors. Okay. I'll give you a minute, but whenever you're ready, you can kind of just tell me what you think about this one. Yeah, I'm gonna write down the cinnamon bun chai was first. Next is the sweet autumn harvest. Okay. Okay. And this one's delicious, I know. Yeah. It sort of has like a mapley morning breakfast kind of feeling to it. Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 All right. Thank you for that feedback. Now, after these two quite sweet teas, I do recommend taking a sip of your golden tonic to kind of cleanse before the Enchanted Orchard. Okay. Okay, and whenever you're ready, you can taste the Enchanted Orchard. Okay. And I'll go ahead and read the description again as you give it a taste here. So the Enchanted Orchard here, as you saw, it has those nice, delicious, big, chunky pieces in it. It has apple, hibiscus, rosehip, cucumber, lemon, lime, orange, and tomato. It's really refreshing. But also a little bit floral with the rosehip, but nothing crazy. I have a little bit of a fluff on my nose that keeps tickling me, so excuse me. Alright, and let me grab your opinion on that one. Okay. Do you think you know at this point what your favorite of the three was? Just for my curiosity. The cinnamon bun chai, I had a feeling. Oh, but you did like the sweet autumn harvest too. Yeah, you did. We can definitely add a little bit of sugar to the Enchanted Orchard, of course. Okay, and if you want, we can add a lemon slice to that as well. Yeah, give it a taste with that. I think that'll taste good. Do you mind if I use this spoon to stir? Okay, it shouldn't affect the taste. You already kind of had a taste of it plain already, so. This one is such a pretty color. Here, I just want you to see how pretty. It's like a nice purple. Beautiful. What do you think of it with the sugar and the lemon? Does it make a big difference? Do you think you liked it before or after better? Okay, and you also just let me know if you'd like to see our cake and dessert bakery menu. Sometimes there's some pairings that go really well with the teas. Sometimes you just want to have the tea, but a sweet on the side of a tea is really good. Alright, let's move on to our next 3 samples. Okay. Alright, before we try our next 3 teas, I know you said you weren't too interested in the bakery items, so I just grabbed you some candies. These are Sugar Lips, strawberry, watermelon, and cherry flavored. And they're quite good, so I don't know if you're a candy lover at all, or maybe you just don't like sweets, and that's fine. But these will be sitting for you if you'd like some. Okay. Alright, for the next teas, I'm just going to leave them loose in the cups so that you can get a feel and a sense for the textures of these teas, okay? So I wanted you to try our peppermint ember next. Alright, now some people just don't like peppermint. If you don't, we can always skip this one. And we'll give it a taste. It's quite good. I personally love peppermint tea. It's one of my favorites, and you can see there's some nice big chunks there, and it just smells so good. So, peppermint, I think, pairs well with any kind of chocolate dessert. And also, it's perfect for after dinner or after a large meal when you're feeling like maybe you overdid it a little bit and you're feeling a little bit sick. It's perfect for settling your tummy, so I love it as a nighttime tea. Also, Christmas time, it's perfect as well. Okay. Alright, next one I'm going to have hints of almond in this one. This is our spiced almond fast. This one is another autumn-like flavor that also has some nice, beautiful, big chunks and pieces I want you to be able to admire. Oh, this one's amazing. I think you're going to love it. Okay, kind of reminds me of the sweet autumn, just a bit fruitier almost. Sweet autumn's a little more maple-like. Okay. Now we've had a lot of like spicy and sweet flavors, so I wanted to break that up with the peppermint, but also with this berry petal infusion. So it's like a fruity floral flavor. This is a new one as well, so I'll go ahead and open it. Oh goodness, the second this one opened, it just, you can smell the dried fruit. It kind of reminds me of like raisins or something, right? Yeah, it looks like little blueberries. They're not, though. They're elderberries. It's perfect for kind of it getting a little bit cold in flu season. Elderberry has amazing properties for self-preserving and keeping you from getting sick, so that'll be a really nice sample for you today. Okay, so let me go ahead and pour the water in each one so they can steep a little for you. just sit, and something I really like to do with my tea sometimes is just a little bit of a meditation. If you'd like, you can kind of hover over each one as they steep and kind of allow the steam to just fill your nose and think of each scent as you smell it, and just take some deep breaths, and then when you're ready you can kind of take a sip and think of the flavors and how they're different from the scent and how they're different from the other teas you're trying and that you've tried. Yeah, that's kind of something I like to do. So if you're at home and you're having your tea in the morning or at night, you can kind of practice that and just feel all the sensations of the tea, the heat on your hands, the heat from the steam, the smell, the taste. It's really nice grounding practice and a nice way to also make your tea more of a ritual for yourself. Again, going back to how life can be such a wave, it's so up and down. We kind of need those things that keep us up a little bit more. All that we can get, right? And for these 3 teas, I would just maybe add some sugar to the berry. Would you like some? Okay, perfect. Some lemon might be good in that as well, but you might just want to leave it and taste the flavors of it on its own. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the peppermint. So, of course, this is just our peppermint tea. Pretty self-explanatory. But it's quite good and good quality, so you can let me know what you think about that one. Okay, I need a different pencil here. Bit of a thinner one. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty basic. It's nothing crazy, but I do love peppermint. Okay. Alright, so we can move on to the spiced almond fest right now. And that is right in the middle for you to try. Okay, so inside the spiced almond is apple pieces, hibiscus, rosehip, almond, safflower petals, and natural flavors. And you have no nut allergy, correct? You wouldn't be eating the almond otherwise, right? Right. Okay. Okay. So you can go ahead and let me know what you think about this one. Yeah, rate it 1 to 10. Okay. Yeah, really take the time to kind of savor it. Feel free to sip your ginger to cleanse, whatever you need. Don't let me rush you. Petal infusion is next. Berry petal infusion. Alright, if you'd like to move on to the berry petal infusion. Berry petal infusion contains elderberries, currants, hibiscus petals. Okay, so it's a bit more of a simple one, but again, really packs a punch with that elderberry. If you were to finish any of the samples, I'd recommend the elderberry so that you can stay nice and strong for the fall season. Keep yourself protected and immune from all the infections and germs. But what do you think of the flavor? I know, they do look like little blueberries, right? Almost a little bit of a similar taste, but a little different. think that was a good round. I can tell from your enthusiasm the first round was better. We're gonna kind of get a little funkier with the next flavors. I wrote them down for you. Let me just look what I planned on giving you. We do have another cinnamon spice, so let me just show you. And you do get 2 free samples again. Here's what the samples look like. Just wanted to remind you so that you are keeping that in mind while you taste. But let me see, where is the cinnamon spice? It's right here, I think. Kind of have to move everything around. So next we'll be trying the cinnamon spice, and then we'll be trying the last 2 from our sample box here. I think you're going to be excited for this one. This is the pina colada, my favorite. I love pina colada. Do you like pina coladas? Yeah. Okay, enough. And then lastly, perfect for sleep, we have the soft chamomile medley. This is a really floral one, but sometimes even if you don't like floral flavors, it's quite nice because it helps aid with sleep. So if you struggle to sleep at all, chamomile, lavender are your friend. There's no lavender in this one, but there's chamomile, bamboo leaves, pineapple, cornflower, and caffeine free, of course. All of them, again. So let me just prepare for your last 3 samples. And do you need anything else while you wait? Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm just going to make you a few more loose tea bags like earlier. Alright, for this round, let me just grab them. 3, 1, 2, 3. If you liked this concept, these are available for purchase as well. Alright. So again, we'll start with our cinnamon spice. Okay. Now with this one, I recommend the cream and sugar again, but you kind of got that with the cinnamon bun chai. So if you'd like to skip, you can, but just a recommendation. Alright, while I prepare the others, I'm just going to let this one steep so it'll be ready for you. Dropped a little bit on my dress. Okay. Let's see. Now, again, we're going to be breaking into the samples a little bit now. Okay. So this next one is the pina colada, which is a very exciting flavor, I think. You can see it has the nice big pieces again, like some of the other ones. And if you want, you can even use some of the teas with the dried berries and fruits to put on top of your yogurt or oatmeal, things like that. Some of them with the herbs you might not want to do that with, but like the pina colada, it just has the dried fruit in it, so it's really good. On top of little fruit bowls and oatmeal and yogurt and stuff like that. Okay. And then lastly, our chamomile, our soft chamomile medley. Okay, let's one piece here. Okay. A nice smell. Yeah, sometimes that chamomile's a little underestimated, right? and relaxing too. This one's a little tougher to manage with all the flower pieces. Let me go ahead and just use my fingers if that's okay with you. Okay. Make it a little bit easier. Okay. And I forgot to have the pina colada steepings. Let's do that now. Could use a little more, I think. Perfect. Alright, and did you think you wanted any cream or sugar in this? Okay, we can definitely do that. Alright, now you can go ahead and taste all three, and you just again give me a little tip on what you think of each one, okay? So go ahead, you can start. Okay. I think you kind of have the gist of things now by round 3, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know. The pina colada is delicious. One of your favorites too. You might have to get a sample of that one, or maybe we can even, we don't have any big packs of the pina colada, but we can always order it and have it shipped to you for free. Yeah. Were you thinking of getting any gifts or anything like that today? Or purchasing any for yourself? Okay. Good, I'm glad you like them. Yes, this one, we do have a lot of the spicy flavors that have a similar vibe to them, but they are all a little discreetly different, right? Okay. Alright, now as you finish up your last samples in your golden tonic, you can go ahead and let me know if you'd like to possibly purchase any. Take your time, of course, and no pressure. You do get 2 free samples, so you can just let me know that if anything. You want it? Okay. Yeah, we can definitely do the Enchanted Orchard. Okay, so you'd like that as one of your free samples? I know, it's kind of hard to think, because which one do you want to get a whole pack of versus the free sample, right? Okay, yeah, we can do the Sweet Autumn Harvest. Okay. And were you thinking any samples you'd like to purchase? Spiced almond? Okay. Okay. Oh. And you would like the cinnamon bun chai. Where did we put it? Cinnamon bun chai's down here. Okay, we can definitely do that. And then is this for you or a gift? Okay. Let me just write those down for a receipt here. So you have your 2 free samples on the house. $1, and then you got the sample of the almond sample, cinnamon bun chai. Okay, let me just check the prices. Make sure I get that right. Okay. And you'd like to order the pina colada? Okay. One pina colada. It's 30. Okay. 30 samples of 5. 65. Okay. And then the berry petal infusion. Okay. Berry petal infusion. 30. Okay. Total. Alright, let me just wrap the berry petal for you. You don't want this one wrapped? Okay, that's fine. And then if you're thinking for a gift, I can send you home with a little bit of the white tissue paper and you can keep it in the bag. Okay, perfect. I'll set you up with that. Okay, and then let's see, your total today is going to be $95. And would you like to pay with cash or card? Okay, card. You can just go ahead and swipe it on the reader. Okay. Or a tap. And we'll put your receipt in the bag. Alright, I'm also just going to leave our business card, okay, if you'd like to come back or recommend us. Follow us on social media too if you'd like to see updates of new teas we're having or events and stuff like that. Okay? You are all set. I really, truly hope you enjoyed all your teas today. And I'd love for you to come back and spend another afternoon with me real soon. Please have an amazing day.